Never going to be stripped away. All of you is gonna die to change. In the morning you gon' need an answer. Ain't nobody gonna change the standard. All you can just feel the flame. You gotta put your own self away. Hold on tight a little longer. Right when you feel you make it stronger.
Hello, hello. It is a special edition of NRT Live. We just did this yesterday, but you know what? Let's do it again because we have something extremely important to do today. My name is Marcus. I'm the executive editor of New Release Today. I have the creator himself of New Release Today, not of the entire world, Kevin
Well,
McNeese here.
Depends on the day.
Yes, awesome. And let's just jump right into this. We're talking We Love Awards. It is day one of the 5th annual We Love Christian Music Awards.
This feels like the culmination of a massive amount of work.
Yes.
Has been ushered onto the world.
And sheer awesomeness. And we're blessed and blown away to have a few of the nominees with us today. Some will be popping in and out here. We're just stoked that they've taken time from whatever corner of the galaxy they're in right now to hang out with us for a moment. We've got Tauren Wells in Texas right now in his beautifully decorated Christmassy house right there.
I think Tauren's still on mute.
I think he is. If for some reason we can't hear you, so you can just use hand pictures. Or you might pop in and then pop out and come back in. Sometimes that works. Or just kick your computer. That works too. We got Spencer Kane here, piping in from. Are you in the Midwest at this time?
I'm back home with my family in Indiana right now, but I'll be heading to tomorrow.
Right on, man. And we've got Zach Bolin, who is sporting a beautiful stash right now from Citizens and Saints.
Zach, that's impressive.
It was time to change it up, man. The beard it's out of control.
Is this part of No Shave November leftovers?
No, this is just part of just living.
It was no beard November. He got rid of the beard.
Masculinity leftovers.
It was no beard November. Well, we have 17 categories that people are voting in right now. We're already seeing tons of them flood in, gush in. Lots of water metaphors. That's what we need. More water references.
Wow. More water references.
Hey, we can hear Tauren. Awesome.
You guys hear me?
Yes, we hear you. Wow. Awesome. And we've got some categories we're gonna just announce, even though there are videos starting to stream out there, but also just talk about them a little bit. So
we are excited that all of these artists woke up from their afternoon naps to come join us. More are coming in.
Wow.
The alarm clocks are going
So
off.
much
You guys are all night owls. You're not fooling anybody.
Oh,
yeah, no joke. Well, I want to jump right into this, and we're not going to go in order because we have these fine fellows here, and I think we should start right away with Worship Album of the Year.
Okay.
The Encounter Award, and we had a really, really tough task as the staff of New Release Today, figuring out. It was a huge year of worship.
We should talk about the nomination process real quick.
Okay.
Well, I mean, what we do.
That sounds good, guys. Let's do that.
Yes. Our staff every year decides what albums from the current year are considered eligible. So we go from January 1st to December 31st, and our staff internally chooses those 5 nominations, and then we turn the voting over to the public. So that's how the nominations are chosen. It's Marcus and I. It's all of our editorial staff,
our team,
getting together, fighting it out, duking it out.
And we're not groupthink. We have a lot of very, very different opinions on music, which is good. And we're at the Encounter Award, which was tough this year because this was the year of worship music. There was a ton of it. And what the definition even of worship music is continually changing. So this year, I mean, you narrowing it down to 5, it's rough. It's tough. Yeah. And so so here we go. Let's dive right in,
really
Kevin.
is, guys. It is tough, man.
Popping in right now. Hold on, pause. Is Darren Mulligan. We are messengers also. Welcome, my friend.
How you doing, Marcus? How you
I'm doing
fellas?
great. We're talking about worship music right now, and let's just talk right now. The nominees of the Encounter Award: Bethel Music, Have It All; Brian and Katie Torwalt, champion.
Good.
Citizens and Saints. I've never heard of them. A Mirror Dimly.
Great.
Wow.
Jesus Culture, Let It Echo, and the Neverclaim, Encounter a Live Worship Experience. And they're all extremely different. You've got really two church-based records in there. You've got Citizens and Saints, which is absolutely a very introspective, meditative sort of worship album. You've got Brian and Katie Torwalt, who are somewhere in the middle there, and then you got the Neverclaim, who've definitely come from more of a pop, background, AC sort of background. So
it's a live album full of like
and it's live.
7, 8, 9-minute tracks.
I was in their church
Wow.
the night they recorded that.
Did you really?
Yeah, and it was in the Franklin Vineyard, so I live in Franklin.
Oh,
You were
wow.
there.
The boys did it. Yeah, it's terrific. It's a great album.
Yeah.
It is a great album, and we're blessed to have those guys out here in Boise now. A couple of them moved out here and see them all the time. Citizens and Saints, I know, is an album that Kevin has been binging on for quite a while.
True story.
What do you think, Zach, in terms of do you guys still put yourself in the thought of being a songbook for the church, or are you guys trying to do something completely different with what you're writing nowadays?
Good question. I think that a lot of the stuff that we're doing is really, I guess you could say, a songbook for the church, but maybe less trying to be so specific to corporate or congregational singing, and more just write songs that are really about the stuff that, for me, that I'm living in, which I think, sometimes when we say worship, it almost sells it a little short, because we think just, we say it's not music, but a lot of people tend to, focus on that a lot. But I think that, the beauty of music is that we can talk about these other aspects of worship within that. And so I think that's kind of what that record sort of talking through. I mean, even doubt is like a struggle struggling through worship and stuff like that. So that's kind of what the record is.
We've certainly said multiple times, worship is the honest genre of music right now. So we've got a couple more artists that have woken up.
We got Derek Miner here and another Encounter Award nominee here. We've got Jeremiah Carlson of the Neverclaim. Jeremiah, you see that Zach's here from Citizens and Saints, your fellow nominee here, and of course a whole bunch of other, and your buddy Darren Mulligan's here as well. What's up, Jeremiah?
What's up, everybody?
So, are you at the mall or something? Where are you?
I am. I'm at the mall. I'm finding a place to sit.
This is great.
I know that mall.
I know that mall too. That's great. Well, Jeremiah, just a quick note on the Encounter Award. The other nominees are Bethel Music, Brian and Katie Torwalt, of course, Citizens and Saints, and Jesus Culture. Are you familiar with any of those albums, and any of those stick out to you as ones that have impacted you?
I'd say this might sound kind of silly, but I'm not trying to be political here. But all of them are really good. But I do like Citizens and Saints because it's a little more creative.
There you go.
Well,
my personal opinion.
Thank you.
Come on, that's great. And that's gonna be a tough choice. That's gonna be a tough choice for the voters out there. I know. I've already voted for me.
Yeah, last year we actually had 4 worship categories, and we combined them this year into one, which made our job even tougher. But it's represented, I think, in the nominees. We were talking a little bit about that, about just how different these worship albums are. So it's going to be a good category. It's going to be fun to see what people gravitate to.
Yeah, absolutely. And congratulations to both of you guys. Great projects.
Thank you.
All 5 of these have moved our staff personally in some way, for sure. And so that's what it's all about. We don't. I mean, it's great for everyone to vote, and we want you to do that, and pick your favorites and have fun with that. What we're really concerned with is just kind of elevating the conversation of Christian music and really honoring those who are doing some good stuff. So thanks, you guys. You feel free to stay and continue to chat, the two of you. We're going to move on now to EP of the year.
EP of the year.
Do you guys know what an EP is? I'm just kidding. You guys know, but those of you watching, it's really taken form as its own thing. I mean, EPs are so huge now. People are making music more often, but fewer songs. It's a product of the digital age we live in.
Very unique category to the We Love Awards.
Nobody else has this category. It's one we're extremely proud of. We really enjoy it because it's just something else to consider that nobody else is doing. So here are the nominees.
Hey, should we actually play it?
Play it?
Yeah.
What do you mean play it?
Play the nominees. So we have nomination loops at youtube.com.
Ooh, that'll sound better.
Yeah.
Hooper's voice is on that. Is
so
amazing.
Let's play it.
Be right. Heart on my sleeve. EP.
Who's Be Right?
Yeah.
Gavi. Lost in Hughes. EP.
Gavi.
Leading the nominations with 5. 4.
4. We can't hear it, Kevin. We'll just say it. We can't hear it. So that, you got Mike and Tyler. There we go.
Tauren Wells.
I'm blowing out our neighbors right now. Who's that guy?
William.
Awesome.
There it is. Did that come through okay?
No, it wasn't that good. We won't do that again. but great. Kudos for trying, Kevin. So EP of the year.
Everybody needs to go watch those videos and listen to the nomination loops.
They do. EP of the year. Tauren, this is really your return to music. We've talked on this show previously about that. Really same heart, new terms. And you're really trying to put something out there that continues to reflect your style musically. Why an EP this first go around?
Well, I think initially it's just more consumptive. I don't know people that sit down with records and listen to like 15 songs or 10 songs at once unless you are like heavily committed to an artist. And so being kind of re-emerging onto the scene a little bit, I wanted to put something out that people could kind of bite off a little piece at a time and, go that route.
Yeah, for sure. And really.
Yeah, totally, guys.
Well, this is. All right.
You're problem child.
We need to add the draw app on here and just start drawing on Tauren.
Guys, you got the all-star team on here, man. It's good to see everybody on this call.
Oh, it's fun.
It's pretty great. Man. This is the first EP though that you've ever made. Royal Taylor never did one before they were signed, right?
Yeah, we did. We did a 5-song EP prior to being signed, and that's what we turned in to the label.
Where do we find this? That's the question.
Oh, that's discontinued, bro. That's
buried.
That's not available.
Well, have you heard any of these other nominees, Tauren, in this particular category? You heard the B. Reith record, or?
I have. I love B. Reith. That's a friend of mine. He is so talented, so musically gifted. I love Gavi's EP, or however you say his name. It's really cool. I haven't spent as much time with it as the B. Reith joint. But yeah, I think it's a good category. I think it's cool that you guys brought EPs into the conversation like that. Pretty dope.
Yeah. I love that
different mindset.
I love that 3 of these 5 nominees are new artists. Tauren being a new solo artist, but Zach Williams, Micah Tyler, and
I mean,
Yeah. And Gavi. Yeah, Gavi's a new artist as well. And B Wrath hasn't been around for a while, so I think it's cool to give it gives a little more conversation into the picture of what's releasing out there. So
yeah, for sure.
We Are Messengers has a new EP.
Christmas.
It's not nominated, but it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I love
wish-
EPs. I think the days of people doing full-length albums are numbered. I really do.
Yeah.
And I know, like, I'm on a major record label and they love putting out full-length albums, but I think you can create a lot more content a lot quicker and just start hitting singles after singles. Like the old ways, I'm not saying everything old has to go away, but I think the way people consume music has changed. As an artist, you know what? I hate only writing an album every 2 years. That's why we done the EP, because I went to the label and said, listen, I need to write music and I need to put it out. And so EPs are fantastic, and all you guys that put out EPs, they're killer. So I think it's a great idea.
I wish we could find a way to get Christmas somehow into this mix, but the deadline is so close, you know, because man, Darren, your Christmas EP is great, and we're gonna find a way at some point to get Christmas albums.
It's the least Christmas sounding EP anybody has ever released.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Well, good luck, Tauren. We're excited. We love the project. We can't wait for the full length coming out next year. And so thanks for sharing that with us and for being here, man.
Good stuff.
Yeah, man. Glad to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for the nomination. Honored.
So go vote. Tauren's here. I mean, if you show up, you automatically should get 1,000 more votes immediately. That's just how it should work, right there.
And you're welcome to stick around and make fun of Marcus for the rest of the conversation.
I would really appreciate that, Powerline. I'd really appreciate that.
I can do that.
Hey, let's go to hype.
Let's do it. So for Urban
Award used to be
Rap
called
Album of the Year, what did it used to be called? I don't remember. I don't either. But now it is the Hype Award Urban Rap Album of the Year.
Now I gotta go find out.
You do?
Hey, is there something other than urban rap? Is there like suburban rap or?
No, it's Urban Album /Rap. Urban/Rap.
Suburban rap.
Suburban rap is what
I like space rap.
That's what Air One is playing.
No, that's what Paul, or not Paul. John Rubin. John Rubin was suburban rap.
I wanted to know what Derek Minor thought about that urban / R&B.
Well, Tauren, I think it's time to
Oh, hey, Tauren.
Sorry, I'm too comfortable with you guys.
What, Derek? What?
I said Tauren threw you under the bus and then backed up on you.
Yeah, I know. That's what he does, though. You know.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm all right with it.
I love you guys.
Awesome. Well, the nominees for the hype. Do you want to do this one, Kevin? But not by playing that.
We're not playing the loop.
No.
Nominees for the Hype Award this year.
Because I like hearing you say these names personally.
Is that why you gave this one to me?
Yeah.
You're a dog. Bizzle. Bizzle, you got Kristen Gray.
Yeah.
You got a little guy called Derek Minor. This is the one, I think. Ishan Burgundy.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
And Show Baraka.
Good job. So their albums.
Nailed it.
Crosses and Crowns, the Glory album, Reflection, the Passover, and the Narrative. Derek, you are nominated for that, and among our staff, that was absolutely unanimous to include that one in there.
This one we had a lot of artists kind of coming in and out, but Derek was kind of
it was pretty solid. Talk about these peers of yours in this category, and really, what the state of Christian hip hop has been in 2016.
I mean, they're all legends, man. Kristen Gray is an amazing artist. Ishan, Bizzle. I think the thing you notice when you look at that whole group is none of us are signed to a major label.
Yes.
Which is kind of crazy when you think about being in the music business today and not having any major label support anywhere. So like, I mean, even Reach, like they have a distribution deal, but only person signed to a major is Lecrae, and he's 8-9 albums in. So I think what's happening within Christian hip hop artists that do rap or whatever is we're just trying to figure out how to navigate an industry where we don't really have a home. We built our own home. Like we kind of live a little bit in CCM, live a little bit in rap, live a little bit in gospel. Like we don't really have a Christian rap major label platform. So like I think what you're looking is you're just saying, guys, we're all trying to figure it out and really trying to figure out how to grow what we're doing and build and find our place. So
love that you acknowledge the independent vote. That's actually something we are incredibly proud of at the NRTLIVE Awards. We've got 22 independent artists nominated. I'm gonna go there, Marcus. We love the industry. We love being in the industry.
Yeah.
We like seeing the bigger picture of the full industry. We talk to you guys all day long, and we know signed artists have just as much to say as unsigned artists, and so we're really proud that 22 nominations this year came from independents. Dev Awards had 0. Caleb Fan Awards had 0. And so I think it's just something that we're really proud of, and we're glad we're able to do. So.
The thing is, it's a beautiful thing either way. Like I don't think artist has because sometimes you can spin the pendulum one way or another. I think artistry is artistry. Good music is good music, whether it's on a major or whether it's not on a major. Like I think the economics and the business of it. They just play out in different ways, really, when it's all said and done. But I think the cool thing about what's been happening with us is watching the people really resonate with what we're doing, and I've seen a lot of growth or whatever. So they're just trying to figure out how to take it to the next level. No lie, I'd love to have that. What I'm saying, budget.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Who gets that?
Right, exactly.
Who gets that?
Exactly. That's just the
I want to be on that label.
I was just talking about how the music industry has shifted. We were talking about EPs earlier.
Yep.
It's really less music more often is the game, and it's really try to gather as many crumbs and hopefully make a cake out of it. Whether you sign to a major or whether you're an independent artist, which, man, that's it's an interesting place for music right now. Very interesting. Like I like to look at myself. I don't look at myself as a rapper, but I look at myself as a content creator. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we are. We're content creators now. Like the selling of a recorded record is dead. It's now about creating great content.
Well, we love celebrating great content no matter who it comes from. So we're glad you all are a part of it.
Even if it comes from Tauren.
My bad.
Wow.
The full-on televised feud. It's awesome.
We've got a new artist that just jumped in.
Matthew Parker's here.
Matthew, did you bleach your hair?
Hey, I did.
I think it looks good.
It's lighter. Thanks, bro.
I bleached mine too. Could you guys tell? I don't know.
Yeah, it's looking really nice.
Derek feels me.
Yeah. You bleached it so much we can't see it.
Yeah.
I feel you, bro.
That's right. That's right, man.
Hey, guys, I got to go sound check.
You bet. Well, congrats, Derek.
Thank you
so much for taking the time. Good luck in the awards, and go vote for Derek Minor and whoever else you want as well.
Vote for me.
Congrats.
I'm making rap music great again. Vote for me.
Thanks, Derek. All right, man. Take care.
All right.
Well, I want to move right into new artist of the year, since we have a new artist of the year nominee here with us from his tour bus. And I'm excited about this. We have, here we go, new artist / group of the year. I mean, let's lump them together. We've got Gavi. There's a name we've heard a bunch. He's been on this program before. We've got Lacey Sturm, former Flyleaf rocker, who
3 nominations this year.
Yes, for Lacey. And she's made an incredible comeback to music, much like Mr. Tauren Wells. We've got Stars Go Dim, who they released digitally at the end of last year and then physical the beginning of this year. So we did not nominate them on purpose last year and knew that they'd be strong contenders this year.
Yes, 2 nominations for Stars That Go Dim.
We've got We Are Messengers and Zach Williams, the Chainbreaker Man. So in this community of new artists, Darren, do you know any of these guys personally? Have you? I mean, obviously, Stars Go Dim is a label mate of yours.
Yeah.
I mean, do you guys swap like tips and recipes? No, not recipes, but like advice. And, you know, I mean, it's the similar stage of life you're in.
I suppose I know the guys in Stars really well, and me and Chris have spent a lot of time praying for each other and talking to each other and supporting each other as we both grow. I know Zach quite well too. So Zach's coming out on the Beautiful Offering Tour with Big Daddy Weave in the spring. I'm back out and that. Zach's opening up, and then we're direct support to Big Daddy. And Zach's a really awesome dude. He's the real deal. Chris is the real deal. So I know these dudes pretty well, and it's just been a really great, joyous, painful, sorrowful, incredible year for all of us, you know.
Yeah,
that was a lot. That's a lot to dissect there.
Well, I mean, man, I could imagine this. Obviously, when you're a new artist, I mean, it's and by that meaning, it doesn't mean you're new to music. And we know Darren from years ago from the Remission Flow. It means you're new to being noticed in a sense, right? I mean, it's really, and with that comes this tidal wave of expectations and and being away from home and different new pressures. I mean, that's really what you're referring to with these ups and downs of the past year, right?
Yeah, well, like for example, I've been gone 200 days this year from home, and I have a wife and 3 kids, and that's the hardest part of touring, is being away from them, But
yeah,
like I was laughing the other day, we were looking at, and not that I base my life around charts, but I was looking at the radio charts, and we've got 4 singles in the top 40. Like, how does that even happen?
Wow.
God's not doing that. And so it's been, but you know what? It is not worth it to leave my family to have 4 top 40 singles.
That's true.
If we're not seeing the dead walk, the blind see, if we're not seeing the prostitutes loved and drunks loved and beggars loved, dude, you know me, boys, I'll pack up and go home in the morning.
That's right.
So that's what we're all about,
And you use those times out to do some serious ministry. You're praying for people at your merch booth. You're, talking with people, and you're making every bit of, use out of that for the kingdom. So that's awesome.
Always good at purpose?
Yeah, absolutely. What would you say is, besides the touring aspect, what would you say is the most difficult part of in this particular stage of your career as a new artist? And Matthew, you might, and Spencer, you might be able to speak into that as well. But go ahead, Darren.
Yeah, well, I don't want to take up too much time from the fellas. I think really the most difficult part is just the amount of time you have to invest in it. I think people look at us and they think you turn up at a show and everything's hunky-dory and it's easy to get there because you're on a major label.
Okay.
I'd say I work harder because I'm on a major label than I would if I'm an independent, because there are a lot of people that are depending on me to do well.
Right.
And just on the discussion around major labels and independence, for me, it's the same as the discussion around worship music and CCM. It's like sometimes CCM looks at worship and goes, you're all about smoky clouds and billowing in oceans. And worship music looks at CCM and goes, you're just a bunch of sellouts just trying to whore yourself. Let me tell you, neither of those are true. They're really not true. I think both worlds can work together really, really well. The same with independent and major labels. I think we can both be brothers instead of looking at each other like we're some kind of enemies.
Yep.
So my major label that I'm with, dude, I'll tell you this, and this is common knowledge. My kids were hurt really badly a few months ago. And the president of my record label moved us out within 48 hours. He was making my bed. He was driving our truck. My radio team and 17 other people moved my family somewhere safe. So I have nothing but crazy love for, there are wonderful people in this industry, both independent and major labels. And I do that, back to the point, I want to work hard to honor them because they have honored me.
Yeah.
And I believe that God honors a culture of honor. So I'm all in. And that's the hardest part, is working hard.
That's a good word, especially in a very cynical atmosphere that can develop in that. The message you just gave right there is one we do not hear enough of, right, Kevin?
No.
Yeah. Or ever. I mean, really.
But it's good. It's good.
Well, I know you're on your tour bus. We won't keep you.
Is that your family in the background?
It's not, dude. I think that's somebody else's family.
Okay.
On the bus. Well,
before we go, I'm sorry for taking up so much time.
No.
I love you fellas. You boys have been very good to me and my family. And congratulations to all the other nominees. I hope everybody else wins. I'm cool, and I love you guys. All right.
we love you too, man, and thanks for the time. And if we don't talk to you before then, have a Merry Christmas, great New Year, and we'll talk soon.
We will. Fellas, God bless all you guys. See your pictures. Good luck.
Hey, you bet. You too. I want to hear from Spencer. He's been patiently waiting.
I know. He's soaking up the sheer awkwardness that we provide. And I really appreciate that. Spencer is not new at all to the We Love Christian Music Awards, having won the Next Big Thing award 2 years ago. Let's do the nominees for that, and we'll talk to Spencer here in just a second. I think that's a good.
Spencer, was that your first award ever or no?
That wasn't my first award ever, but it was my first, I would say, pretty significant award.
Yeah, you could have just lied to me.
It was,
but that's okay.
First real award. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to make.
We're not talking about like your soccer tournament.
Participation award.
That's right. He doesn't want to make Indiana mad at him because they gave him at the state fair. And
which one of these did you win? Which one of these won? It was the meat slicer, right?
It was the square on the two sticks over
there. Yeah, it was the square, dude.
Oh yes,
the best one.
The death by mallet.
Besides the newest one.
All of our awards are lethal weapons.
So here we go. The Next Big Thing, undiscovered or underground talent. We've got Doxa Theo. That's a worship band that's very ethereal. It's beautiful music. It's great.
Yes.
What I love about this category is most of you watching have never heard of any of these. You need to go check them out and before you vote, so you can decide and discover great music. Emma Mullings, she's out of Australia. She has been involved in like media, and she's been like a host. She's a radio host down in Australia for a Christian station, but she is making great pop music in her own right. Graceful Closure, they're an alternative band. Kevin and I are pretty high on those guys because they're amazing. And there's even some 21 Pilots moments that these guys have, but they take risks. They do a good job.
I'd be surprised if a lot of people know who they are. Which
you know who they are, Spencer?
I've not heard the name before.
Oh, I thought you were like, yes. And then
they are fantastic.
Jeremy Vanderloop is a worship leader out of Florida. He's a good friend of ours. And he's played here in Boise on my birthday, actually, Kevin.
Great new album that came out in February, I believe, earlier this year.
And then the Incandescents, they were one of our indie artist watch bands who really struck a chord with us. Just some great rock and roll, and we're fans. So we love this category because many times we've seen it pan out. For example, Spencer Kane, who won that award. What did that mean to you to win that award?
Man, it was really cool to I guess, and I had been working pretty hard, doing a lot of touring, working in the studio, a lot of things, kind of finally put out my first full-length album, Runway.
Yeah.
And just to see some positive results come from the hard work and through God opening doors and opportunities that we were just kind of walking in faith on. And it was a nice little like, hey, I'm still here. I'm still, working on your career and your life goals and path. And like, this is just a little, blessing that, I want to show you that, I got you. And it was really cool to go to Indianapolis. We went to the Pacers Stadium. They had the Rock and Worship Roadshow tour.
Yep.
Going on. I went up on stage, I think halfway through the concert, and got to receive the award from Kevin. And
that was fun.
It was just it was really cool. It was a really great experience. Had a lot of people there, and it was really cool. And,
so what I hear you saying is we basically got you into Anthem Lights. That's what I hear you saying.
Just credit received.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh no, you can say it. It's totally fine. You can say it.
Yeah, you guys are 100% the reason.
There you go.
Let's talk about being independent. And Matthew Parker is here, of course, and he's been waiting patiently as well. Being independent, you're on Dream Records, but Dream is set up a little bit differently, a little bit more like an independent sort of vibe. You've definitely got to be, there's all sorts of people on that label, some that are extremely driven and are doing it. This is their small business and their career and their passion. There are other people, it's kind of a hobby. It's a really
like a hybrid.
It's a really big tent, that label, that allows a lot of, it's basically you get what you put into it, which is a lot like the experience. Before we talk, I'm going to read the nominees of Best Indie Artist. Both of you guys be thinking about this and really just share some of the challenges and really the positive aspects of being an independent artist. So for Best Indie Artist or Group of the Year, we have B. Reith, who was mentioned previously. We have Jenny Owens, who is newly independent. Well, not really newly, but she has been for a little bit here. But
past couple releases, yeah.
Yep. And we have Gunger, those Gunger people. They make just
those crazy kids.
I know, those crazy kids with their music videos. And we have Mr. Spencer Kane, who is back on the nominee list here for the We Love Awards. And we have the Grey Havens. So we'll talk about those nominees in just a second, but I want to hear your thoughts on the pitfalls and the positives of being having that independent streak. Go for it, Matthew.
Okay. Yeah, I would say one of the things that's really great about being independent is you know exactly what's going on because you're the one doing it. And so, like, for one, you learn a lot too because you're seeing what your finances are, unless like you have, I don't know, a manager helping you doing all that for you. But you can like see more directly everything that's going on because it's all you. So and when it's all you, it gives you a lot of drive to do the things that you need to do to get further, and it's just very organic, very straightforward. That's one thing about being independent.
Yeah, I mean, are you? It's basically like what we heard when we interviewed people about this a year ago was you're the bookkeeper, you're the you're the chief promoter, you're the creator of the content, you're social media wizard and all that stuff, and that's true for you even despite being on a label, correct?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
and even from what I've heard, even if you're on like the biggest labels, you still, the more you do your stuff, the better. Like oftentimes some artists, the label is like bugging the artist to do like more things because they're kind of like, oh, it's just my job to make a little bit of music here and there. But really being the face of your music has a lot of work to it that only you can do, and you well. So
no one will represent it better than the artist. What about you, Spencer? I mean,
Spencer's doing everything. He's doing videos, he's doing production, he's doing
covers.
He's choosing his own hats that he wears. I don't know.
We don't know that for a fact.
Okay.
It's been, being an independent artist, you do get a greater appreciation for the industry and for artists before you that you've seen, really work at their craft and perfecting that and making sure that they're able to reach the next level. And, being involved with Anthem Lights and doing stuff on my own, Anthem Lights has a lot more, has a lot more hands in the pot and a lot more people helping in different areas. And, I for my own music am, handling that myself and working with, a much smaller group of people. But you get a greater sense of appreciation, when you put out a music video that you directed and you came up with the idea for, and you're in the studio grinding and really trying to perfect something that you saw as a creative image, and it wasn't somebody else's hands involved in that. You were like, this is a piece of product I can show to the people that is like, this is something that came from my mind, that is where my heart and head is set in creativity, and I can kind of share my craft with people. And I think that there's a realness and an authenticity that comes from that you don't always see sometimes. And you know, the more that, you know, people see the real you and the real authentic version of what you're trying to do, I think there's an appreciation from the fans and from people that might come across your music. And you said covers earlier. I've been working with Matthew on a lot of covers lately. We have actually a cover coming out this Wednesday that he produced. And
you're on his album.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
no,
my favorite. That's become my favorite track, by the way, on your album, Matthew.
Ain't got no money.
I ain't got no money.
Love it. It's the truest thing ever, man. So
that song is really about the indie experience. You know, that's the song right there.
And probably like 90% of people relate with it.
Right, yep.
Exactly. And that's like another testimony to being independent is the collaborative efforts that you can make with other artists, you know, and the relationships you depend on as an independent becomes so much more real because that's what you're relying on is a relationship. And
keep it going. We encourage all the artists out there to continue to work together and collaborate and connect. I think it elevates everybody. We love it.
Absolutely.
Let's move on.
Spencer, don't go away because we're going to talk about your other category in a second. But I want to get to Matthew's here, and you want to go for it, Kevin, on BPM?
Sure.
Here?
Yeah, this is my category.
Okay.
The BPM award. I'm a closet clubber.
Not so much anymore. It's pretty well known. It's pretty much well known.
Well, I don't go to the clubs. I would.
You are the club.
If I was
You are the
Spencer's
club.
age, I would.
He brings the club to the place.
You are the club, Kevin.
Right. Yep. Well,
David Tuline's as old as you, and he goes.
No, he does not.
David
Tulane.
Oh, he does too. He was at
Yes, he does.
just like the other day.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I want to
went-
go to the club with David Tulane.
Now you're
well,
talking.
It wasn't exactly a club, but it was a Seven Lions and Pegboard Nerds show. I so wish I could have been there.
Oh,
I've actually never been to an EDM show. Seriously.
No?
Whoa.
Kind of sad.
All right, next time we're in Nashville, this is happening. We'll get Spencer in on it too.
Woo!
Let's do it.
Is there
I
going to
love
be
that.
foam dancing? If there's foam dancing, I'm in.
Nope, there's not.
Oh, come on.
Nope. Where were we? The BPM award. Go
BPM,
for it,
now
Kevin.
this award has kind of morphed a little bit. We've actually have some non-traditional artists invading the space a little bit. But
Yeah.
we've got Andy Hunter, Presence, which is kind of an instrumental vibey. It's almost
It's
like
it's meditative.
it's like if the clubber went to a spa and got a massage. This is what they would be playing.
Nailed it. Yes.
Then we got Gavi, Lost in Hue. This is one of his 4 leading nominations here with his EP. We got LZ7.
LZ7.
I'm sorry, LZ7. I should know that. I've
Come on.
been wrong about a dozen times.
Yeah, quit being so American.
LZ7 with their amazing albums.
At least you can call it Liz 7 or something like that.
Lazy 7.
Les Evan.
We've got Matthew
Brilliant.
Parker with his album Adventure.
That's the wrong cover on the website, by the way.
Really?
What?
Yeah, we'll fix that.
And then here's the surprise to me is Nine Lashes Ascend.
They were a rock band.
They were a rock band.
Now they're an EDM. We deliberated over this one, and because we knew it was a good album, it needed to be nominated, and we had to listen through it and go, nope, it's EDM. They had like maybe 1 or 2 rock tracks, but the other,
but it's not like
8 or 9.
Matthew and David in a club EDM. It's more electronic than
Right. That's what I like seeing about Christian music in general is like there's so many subgenres of everything.
Yeah.
And you can actually have a diversity of sounds within one category. And we have that with the BPM award. Andy Hunter's is the clubber at the spa. We got Gavi, which is more the urban side.
I'm so requesting that album next time I get him. Like quit playing this junk. Put this on.
Yeah, I know. LZ7's just straight up party music. Matthew Parker's pop, and Nine Lashes is on the edge of the rock end of things.
So true story, Spencer. You came close to this category, but you had one too many chill tracks. But you came close.
Okay.
Half your album, I think fits.
Yeah, you're the hidden 6th nominee.
Good stuff.
So talk about. I mean, how familiar are you, Matthew, with these other projects, and sort of what your impressions about about the state of your little corner of Christian music?
Well, I don't know all those artists. I do know of Gavi. Like I heard about him because he produces some like Lecrae and stuff.
That's right.
But I hadn't heard like a lot of his own original new stuff. Like I heard a little bit of one and I was like, dude, that's pretty sick. I need to check this out. But I haven't yet. So and I kind of forget who all the other nominees were.
What about, do you have Lazy 7 on speed dial?
No, I actually have been a little bit of a fan of them for a long time.
It's so good. And he did
there's a song called that as well.
I like
so good is actually.
I like the one they do with Soul Glow Activator. What's it called? Like
two left feet. Oh
no, Elevator.
Elevator.
Oh yeah, Elevate.
Yes.
He also did Two Left Feet, which is my favorite from that record.
Okay, I don't think I've heard that.
What's your favorite song from Matthew Parker's record?
Who?
Wait, what?
Me? Are you asking me or?
No, I'm asking Matthew.
What were you asking me?
What's your favorite song off your record?
Off the Matthew Parker record.
It's kind of a hard decision because like they're all favorites in certain ways, but I decided on a sort of favorite, which is
I Ain't Got No Money. That's what you say right now.
If I wanted to make like more friends, you know, whatever. I can already be mean to Spencer. He's my friend, so
yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Okay, cool. So,
true story. My son was listening to "Ain't Got No Money," and he actually said, "Like, how does that guy sing so high?" And then we had a whole conversation about falsetto, and that was his. Spencer, you were my son's introduction to falsetto.
Wow.
So there you go.
Crazy. Okay.
On Matthew's record. It's a great McNeese family moment here.
Little education right there. Have you heard the Nine Lashes project, either of you guys?
No.
I have not.
Yeah, it's a sleeper. We like finding underrated projects that have some pretty incredible quality and boosting them that way. So you are a nominee for this. Is this your first nomination ever for an award, Matthew?
No, I was nominated for the same award 2 years ago.
What?
Yes, he was. Yep.
Really?
Yes.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and that was Shadowlands. Great.
That was my last album. Yeah.
That's right.
Yes, that's
been a
you.
while.
You were the obscure, underrated album then. Look how far you've come in 2 years.
Yay! Now I'm.
Now you
What am I now then?
You are not
Like
the obscure.
slightly less obscure.
Yes, you're.
I mean, just think about it. You went to releasing an EP to a full album. I mean, it's incredible what these awards can do for you.
Album.
A lot of confusion going on here.
Shadowlands was a full album.
Yeah,
God,
it was.
It's okay.
I'm a new fan, but I am a fan. And I will say, I want to play the game before. I will say System Victim is my favorite song on your
Which is featured in all of our We Love Christian Music Awards
I
nomination
noticed
loops.
that. That's awesome.
Very true.
That's how much we like it. So good luck in that category. And Matthew Parker amongst 4 other nominees in the BPM Award. Check it out. If you don't know any of them, just don't vote without listening to everything. That's part of the whole fun of this thing, is getting to know music that you will love. So let's hit Male Artist of the Year now. This is another Spencer Kane category, and this is a big deal, man. Our buddy Derek Miner, who took off, is a nominee for that award. Didn't get to talk to him about that because he's about ready to go on stage for a show. We've got Chris Kilala, who sends his regards. He wanted to come. He's traveling. We got Jordan Feliz, who has won. I think he won New Artist of the Year last year, Kevin, if I am not mistaken. I can look. Sure. Wait, New Artist of the Year that was Holland. He won.
I'm clicking on the past
Song of the Year. He won Song of the Year for The River last year. Okay. And so he's up for that. We got Phil Wickham, who released Children of God this year. And we've got Spencer Kane. So this is a great group. We've got a hip-hop artist, a content creator. We've got Chris, who's a worship leader. And Phil's kind of more on the AC worship leader side of things. We got Jordan Feliz, who's pop, and we've got Spencer Kane, who's R&B pop. And so I like the spectrum.
Here who has won this category in years past. So in 2012, which was our debut awards, Lecrae won it.
That would be the blue thing behind you there.
Yes, the meat slicer was Colton Dixon.
I've heard of him.
And he won 2 years in a row. So he also won the Cube. And then Jonathan Tulane won last year.
Oh, sweet.
Which I believe both of you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Jonathan Tulane's my dude.
Yes.
Andreas Moss.
I'm glad Spencer's here.
Andreas Moss, yep.
I'm glad Spencer's here because your nomination was a little different than everybody else's in this category. Because typically these nominees are based on album releases, and that's pretty much it. You know, we don't really take in consideration
Because they're usually nominated by talent, but you know.
This year we're just going for good looks.
Yeah.
Sorry, Spencer.
No, but as well as releasing an awesome album, you also have had quite the year leading or becoming a part of Anthem Lights and kind of taking over one of the roles in the Anthem Lights. So that played a part in the Male Artist of the Year nomination.
What we looked at was it's really about content and it's about momentum, right? I mean, and so I feel like with all these artists, Chris Kilala released his first solo album this year on top of the amazing nominated Jesus Culture project. That's the same kind of feel there with you, Spencer. And then, you know, Derek Minor has been collaborating with everybody. I mean, he's all over the place. And then Jordan Feliz, of course, he's just continues to have a meteoric rise. And then Phil Wickham is, you know, he is an anchor in the industry. And so when he releases something, it's a really big deal because he doesn't do it a lot. So it's a strong group. Do you know any of these guys personally, Spencer?
I not personally. I've been a fan of Derek's music for a long time. I obviously have a large hip hop influence on what I do and stuff, and so I've always tried to keep up on Christian hip hop. I know a lot of the underground guys, and I've been connected with a lot of them. But I don't know Derek personally, but I know his music. And obviously I know some of the names, but I don't specifically know their music.
Yeah, that's cool. I love it that it's different corners of the Christian music community. Let's see. We got Derek, we got Chris, we got Jordan, we got Phil. It's going to be a tough choice for
a lot
voters.
of fun stories in this category, I think. I mean, Spencer going from Next Big Thing a couple of years ago to now Male Artist of the Year. You got Jordan, who actually went from New Artist last year to now Male Artist of the Year.
Yes.
Jordan is also nominated for Song of the Year, which he won last year.
He did.
So he had the EP and then he had the full release, and those two songs have The River, and then his nominated song this year is what is his nominated song this year?
Never Too Far Gone.
Okay, I was gonna say Best of Me. Never Too Far Gone.
Chris Kilala accepted the award from us, the Cube, for what was it? It was the Chorus Award. It was that's an award we don't have this year, but because we switched it out. It was Church-Based Worship Album of the Year, and he got to receive that in Sacramento when we were there. So, and now he's going solo. So it's a neat progression. So congrats, Spencer. You're up for 2 awards. It's amazing. And
I'm honored. Appreciate it.
Everybody needs to go vote at nrt.cc/vote now with capital V.
We got the people on it.
So what other Marcus? What other big stories are coming out that's kind of capturing your attention here, as now that we look at the whole picture of
the whole picture? Yeah, we're not obviously. I mean, the whole point of this was to get our dearest friends on here and talk about their nominations. But if you want to see all the nominations, the videos they're at WeLoveAwards.com. You can, or if you don't want to watch a video, you just want to hear it in your head. The SoundCloud is there as well. But yeah, I think we did 7 categories. When I'm looking through here, I see a few artists that continually pop up, like Skillet. Skillet's up for the AMP Award, for Rock Alternative Album. I think they're up for Song of the Year, for Feel Invincible, and they're up for Group of the Year.
Group of the Year, Song of the Year, and AMP Award.
Yep.
Rock Alternative. Yep.
And then Switchfoot, very similar. I think the same 3.
Album of the Year, Song of the Year, Float, Group of the Year. Yep.
And I think it's the same for not AMP Award, but Need to Breathe is what's Need to Breathe up for?
Need to Breathe up for Album of the Year, Song of the Year for Hard Love, and Group of the Year.
Yeah, those are big ones. It's been a great year for Need to Breathe. We're all huge fans of all of those albums of the year. Honestly, let's talk about album of the year for a second. And if you guys have any thoughts on these, I'd love to hear maybe what your favorite is. It's okay to to actually not pick all 5 of them.
So this was a hard one.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Bethel Music, Have It All, a worship release. Jordan Feliz, The River. So he did his EP last year, and he came out with the full length this year. Need to Breathe, Hard Love, great record. Switchfoot, Where the Light Shines Through, always incredible writing. John Foreman, What More Can You Say? And Unspoken's Follow Through, which was a really good follow-up to their Centricity debut. And I mean, musically, they took it to the next level. So, any of you guys have any?
Oh yeah, go ahead. No, I want to hear from you guys.
I'm a big fan of Switchfoot. I think they're awesome, and so pretty much everything they do, I like. And
they can do no wrong.
Right, and Jordan Feliz is pretty cool too. Yeah.
Good vocals on all these. I mean, really incredible vocals. I mean, Bethel is obviously the odd man out here, being the only worship release, but it was powerful. It was action packed, right? I mean, Kevin,
it was 2 discs, 16 songs. The visual package from the videos that they did to
the clay heart thing on the front.
Clay heart that they recorded and continued that theme throughout. They just did a magnificent job with that release.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to say who we're voting for?
No, we can't do that. We can't do that.
Hold on, I got a new air filter coming in. One sec.
You have an air filter? Oh, really? Oh, wow, that's fun. Let's also talk about, I'm going to go down here to Song of the Year, another really big one. Thy Will by Hillary Scott and the Scott family. Hillary Scott is she's the front woman of Lady Antebellum. And then you've got Jordan Feliz.
We got an air filter.
Yep, there it is.
Really exciting.
I've been breathing in pollution for so long. I don't know what that's going to be like. Never Too Far Gone by Jordan Feliz, his second nomination, of course, that he won this category last year. Hard Love, the title track, Need to Breathe. There are a lot to pick from on that record, but that one has a really impacting, powerful message. Feel Invincible by Skillet. That's the one that's been embraced, I'd say, the fastest and most. And then Float by Switchfoot, same thing there. I mean, there are a lot of them that you could pick from Switchfoot. There's Shake This Feeling. There's, what's the other one? Live It Well. Was between Float and Live It Well. That was a tough one. But Float.
Feel Invincible. Well, the reason why Floated
to the top.
For us, because it's a strange pick for Song of the Year, I think, because it's not their radio smash hit. Right?
I mean, it made it on the radio. It did all right.
It didn't do as well as the other ones, but we liked it just because it was so different in
7/8, man.
Time, yeah. So for us, from a musical standpoint, it's the best song.
Matthew Parker, when are you going to do a 7/8 electronic dance song? That's a real question.
I don't know. Maybe never.
Maybe never.
If you want me to do one, I'll think about it.
All right, I really do.
The influence you wield.
The question is, when is Spencer gonna do a 7/8 kind of R&B track? You know.
I bet you could nail that, Spencer.
I wanna hear a 12/8 actually.
You just need to do more counting in your music.
12/8 would feel all right, though.
Yeah, it's like count to 7 and then the drop.
Everybody's like.
Every time.
Everyone's like, why 7?
And then everyone left the club. Well, we'll do 2 more categories here. We'll do Music Video of the Year and Female Artist of the Year, and we'll call it good.
Okay.
Music Video of the Year was a lot of fun because there's some years that there is a lot to choose from, and there's some years that there's like nothing to choose from.
This was a lighter year.
You thought it was?
I thought it was a lighter year.
I thought it was better than last year.
Oh, okay.
But but not.
Standout video.
Well, these 5 were standouts, and then we couldn't think of anything else. And so what's great is we have an indie artist on here. We've got Beacon Light with Haters. You guys seen that one?
That's my boy.
Yeah, he's got like glowing things all around.
And then he just came out with another one like a week ago called Lit. And it was equally great.
He's got a crew up in Grand Rapids. They're killing it.
Oh, yeah. That's some of the best special effects I've seen from any Christian artist, not especially an independent. You got Late Nights with Gavi. That was real cinematic. Just the colors, the way they filmed it, really cinematic. Beautiful job. Power, Group 1 Crew. Talk about that one, Kevin.
That was one shot for like 4.5 minutes, all choreographed. And those always make me nervous.
Yeah.
Do you get nervous watching those videos? Because I always see myself as like, I would do that and I'd screw up like at 4 minutes in every single time.
Yeah.
But like, okay, go.
Oh my gosh, those guys are crazy.
I know.
Did you see the new one with them? It was like 4.5 seconds.
Yes, that's insane. I watched that with friends, and we were like, how even do they do that?
Okay, I apparently need to watch that.
Oh, we're watching that as soon as we stop this. But anyway,
so
that was kind of Group 1 Crew, one shot.
So and that's similar to our nomination last year of Matt Carney.
Didn't he win?
He did. Heartbeat, which was one shot, and he's in that that drainage ditch in
I've seen
LA.
that one. That's cool.
They used a drone for that one.
Another similar nomination is Everywhere I Go by Tim Timmons. Last year, Bread of Stone was nominated for their use of 360-degree video. I think Tim Timmons took it to the next level. He did green screens. He did lyrics all over the place.
And it is Tim Timmons weird.
It's fantastic. You can't watch it the same way twice because there's so much going on as you're scanning around what's happening.
And I do say that with full respect.
Oh yeah, we wanted him to co-host the show with us once upon a time. That's how much we love him.
Yes.
And then finally, Viridia, Pretty Lies, and they won EP of the Year last year. So they won the Fan Impact Award,
and they won lead singer too.
Yep, Fan Impact Award is completely written in by you, the voters, those of you who are watching, and we don't put any nominations out. It's just who impacted you the most in this past calendar year. And Viridia won that last year, and we got that on film when they found out, and you could tell she was emotional about it and just very very blessed by it. So. Any of the artists that you saw today, or any of the ones that aren't even nominated that did something in 2016 that resonates with you, you can write them in. It's at the end of your ballot. Make sure you do that.
Let's end on that. Let's. Do you guys have any artists that have really influenced you this year?
Anthem Lights have just been really cool.
I mean, it's an honest answer.
I don't know.
Change your life.
Matthew. I gotta think about it.
Oh, I need to too, man.
Oh, that's okay.
All right, we'll talk about it, Kevin.
Can I go or you go? It's need to breathe. Oh, go ahead.
I am really liking what Holland's been doing. I think
her
stuff is pretty cool.
Yeah. I totally agree.
For me, it's Need to Breathe.
Yeah.
That album to me is just packed full with some pretty amazing truth that keeps hitting me in the head like a 2x4 over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So as far as
Sounds
impact,
pleasant.
yeah,
Impact.
that was just Marcus.
Okay.
My boy Jordan Armstrong from
yeah.
Atlanta. I've been working with him with music. He's kind of been like my mentor for a while. Ever since the Runway album, he helped vocal produce that and stuff. And he dropped a gospel album, or actually EP, this February, and it's up for a Stellar Award right now. And
wow.
He has just been killing it. He's dropping a bunch of music he's been doing in the fashion. He went on tour with Kiara Sheard this past fall, and he's just been really doing it big. And so he really inspires me a lot because of his creativity, his drive, and he's got a great heart for the Lord. And so he's been really killing it.
I love how multi-genred your music library is, Spencer. That's what makes good music is people that can see outside of the genre they find themselves in.
I totally second that.
Yeah, totally. I would put on my list Brian and Katie Torwalt. Their Champion album has just been wrecking me all year. Need to Breathe, definitely right up there as well. But Torwalt's album has been one of the best worship records I've heard in a while. So as a worship leader, that's where I gravitate. And it's good stuff. So now who do you like? Who is your Impact Artist of 2016. And all of these categories and plenty of the others that we didn't mention, you can learn more about them at weloveawards.com. And then you can go, you go to the voting ballot, click the big old Vote Now button, and vote as many times as you want. And you can qualify to win some prizes that we have, electronic goodies and such. And here's the most important part. If we hit our goal of 60,000 votes, Kevin and I have to go.
Oh my gosh.
To a certain workout class at our gym, and it's called Body Flow. And there are no dudes in that class because it's just dancing. It's straight up dancing. And we'll, you know, I mean, it'll be filmed. You guys hit that, we will.
They're going to do Zumba.
It's basically
it's
like
worse than Zumba.
Worse.
It's worse than Zumba.
I was gonna say,
no.
I was gonna say video, or it doesn't, or it didn't happen.
It will. There will be video. We'll probably offend everybody in the class that takes it seriously, but this is for the cause. And
we're just gonna push them all.
60,000 votes.
60,000 votes.
60,000.
Wait,
All right,
did you say 6,000?
No. We are on record at saying 60,000.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So challenge accepted, hopefully. And so there's so many reasons to vote. So go out and do it. Do it as much as you can until January 27th, 2017. And then we will, we're working on some pretty incredible stuff for the new year as to how we're going to announce it. We've done it differently just about every year, Kevin. And last year we did a documentary series, which I'm extremely proud of. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. But we're doing something completely different this year. And there you go.
It's going to be awesome.
So
it's going to be, we don't know yet, but it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Well, we have some ideas, but we're not prepared to quite share those.
We had to launch first, and then we can focus on this next phase.
On the future.
So everybody is voting. We are now in our master planning of
WeLoveAwards.com. I want to thank everyone that came on today. This was a blast to have all these dudes on here.
Wow.
Yeah, and Matthew Parker and Spencer Kane, of course. Let's see, Derek
the
Miner, Tauren Wells, Jeremiah Carlson, Zach Bolin. Let's see, Darren Mulligan. I think that's it. Did I miss anybody? Yeah, and a partridge in a pear tree. So thanks everybody for coming. Go and vote and
vote.
Word. Share. Tell people about it. This isn't about just giving someone an award. It's about spreading awareness of Christian music. It's a good thing to do. So
WeLoveAwards.com. WeLoveAwards.com.
WeLoveAwards.com. All right. Thanks, everybody. And we'll see you again soon. Thanks, dudes.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.